Hey everyone, this is Michael with a general reading intended for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of November 2020. Hello and welcome to the end of this year. It has been unprecedented and stressful and challenging in many ways, but I also hope that you have found it spiritually enlightening and really connecting to yourself and to what matters most to you. I am so curious to see what we have in store for you for this month, and even kind of looking into December. Obviously that's not going to be this month's video, but again, the astrology is very interesting. It's almost like we are coming to a crescendo for the end of this year. And I do have the astrology blog linked down below, which lists out the dates of the specific aspects and transits I will be referencing throughout this reading, so you don't have to remember them. You can kind of just refer to that blog on my website, where you can also purchase readings or Reiki sessions with me if you feel like you need a little assistance in your own life as well. I do appreciate all of you who have liked, shared, commented, and subscribed to these videos. It really does help this channel grow, and it allows me to keep doing this incredible work, so thank you all so much. I do kind of just want to get into the cards, and we'll be incorporating the aspects and transits for this month. So we'll kind of just play this by ear and see what comes up for you. These videos have been a bit long this month. I'm not playing favorites, okay? Let's see. What are the messages for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of November? Show me clearly, please. What are the messages for Aquarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Show us clearly, please. Show us clearly. Interesting. So we have the Page of Cups, or Page of Chalices, showing up in the reverse here. We also have the Three of Wands. And then finally the Knight of Swords with the Devil coming out together. I want to actually tell you that if it feels like someone is trying to get a reaction out of you, Aquarius, or someone is trying to get you to do something that you don't want to do, be very careful not to be reactive or responsive to this, especially if you are dealing with an air sign individual. That could be Cancer, interesting, could be Libra, yes, air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Could also be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, with this Page of Cups here. There we go. I do apologize, I feel like Mercury retrograde has just been making it so hard for me to speak. And there may actually be someone with kind of finishing up this retrograde who has come back from the past, or someone who has reached out to you. Could also just be that you're thinking and reflecting about someone or some situation, and that's kind of showing up in your energy for this reading. It doesn't always mean someone is literally in your life. But it feels like this has already kind of happened. And it's almost like you know the sort of games or tactics that this person uses. You know them very well at this point. I feel like there is sort of this troubled past between the two of you, or they may have wronged you with this Devil. Could also be a Capricorn energy too. But to be honest, I feel like Aquarius, something isn't vibing for you in your life, and that could be with this person. It could even be something else. And you just see someone making these offers or making these promises to you, and it's either the same person or because of this person from the past that you're not feeling so keen to work with this person. Maybe some of you feel like you don't have a choice, or maybe some of you feel like you don't know what else to do with this Devil energy. But in your heart, you know you need to be looking forward. You are looking forward to something, actually, and it's almost like this energy of, just as you move on, just as you are growing, someone comes into your life almost like a test. And with this Scorpio season, we are really focused on career. And so you might be looking forward to starting a new career or making changes with the way that you show up in the world. You're very much thinking about the future. And maybe what the people in your life have been offering you, or the relationships you've been in general, just haven't been really in service to this grander vision, if that makes sense. And we do also have Mars going direct in Aries. And for you, it's almost like, I feel like for you, Aquarius, specifically, right towards the middle of the month, there may be this kind of confrontation or this decisive moment with somebody where it's like, are you going to say, or am I going to cut you out? I am feeling like that might be a turning point for some of you, the middle of the month when Mars goes direct. We also have a Scorpio new moon that is going to be occurring right around then. I want to say the 16th. And for you, that is landing in your... What house is that for you? That's your midheaven again. Okay, yeah. There is this new beginning with career. And that might be you actually starting a new career, or just you setting an intention, because it's like you're thinking about the future. You've put forward some sort of effort or intention, and now you're waiting for it to come to you. And it almost feels like there's some sort of offer that is being made that might not feel completely in alignment with you anymore. So it's really important for you to figure out, what do I actually want my life to look like in the beginning of November? How do I want my life to feel? How do I want to lead my life? Because there's going to be a lot of, I don't want to say temptations, but almost like distractions that could be preventing you from really following your course, following your direction. So let's pull an animal card here for you and see what they have for some advice. What is the animal wisdom for Aquarius for the first half of the month? And again, we are starting this month off, or ending October, with a full moon in Taurus, and that is conjoined with Uranus. And there is a lot of information that is just going to be coming forward, both in the headlines, in the media, but also in our personal lives as well. It's like we're getting a big wake-up call. And Uranus in Taurus has really been shaking up our sense of stability this year. And Taurus loves consistency, it loves stability, it loves having a nest egg and having finances in order, and that's just been so strained this year, hasn't it? At least for a lot of people it has. And it's also the part of us that seeks stability, because regardless of what your sign is, regardless of what your sun sign is, most people who are really into astrology can tell you that really you are all the signs. It's just where that energy shows up in your life. And for you, that's actually your house of home. So this could be a family member situation as well, where you're getting some information about a family member. Peacock. You're really coming into yourself, or you have already started this process of coming into yourself in November. And this might sound a little snarky or a little grandiose, but it's like not everyone is on your level, Aquarius. And it doesn't even necessarily feel like you're cutting people out. I know I mentioned that before, but it doesn't actually feel like that. It's almost like someone's just not vibing with you anymore, and you're not putting so much of your energy in those relationships or in those situations that aren't working. You're focusing on what feels right for you. I actually wonder if there's this thing with like performance for some reason, or the arts, something that could be very expressive with this peacock energy. And there might even be people who are actually jealous of you, and they're trying to get this reaction out of you. Very interesting. And when I see the peacock, it's like not reacting to people's low level of consciousness. Because the way that they are treating you or reacting to you actually says a lot about them. And you could be attracting some false eyes, or some people who are trying to give you attention who just aren't necessarily right for you. So what do we have for the second half of November? What do we have for Aquarius? Wow, okay, so the Four of Pentacles in the reverse here. The Emperor, and the Nine of Cups. Again, Aquarius, you're just so focused on your happiness here. There might be a situation where there's a bit of scarcity or financial loss, and you're feeling... You're feeling that, but at the same time you're coming across as this Emperor energy. I feel like this is you specifically, Aquarius, just focused on your happiness. And there could be someone who is coming to you for help, kind of throwing down their hair, so to speak. But you're kind of like this Emperor, sort of looking at this person, and you're a little bit like, huh, I don't really know what to make of this situation, or is what you're presenting me really what your intention is? Someone really wants your attention this month, or it could be multiple people, and maybe that's coming from all different directions. That could be family, friends, work, romance, but you're very much focused on your happiness here, and there's actually a bit of wish fulfillment that's coming true for you, and it might be something that was connected with this Three of Wands, something you were looking forward to at the beginning of the month. There's this fruition that's coming in. And even if in the external reality something is happening where there's kind of some unexpected expenses, you're still coming off as stable at your core with the Emperor card. And I almost get the sense that some of you might be taking like a pay cut, or reducing your hours, or taking more time for yourself. And while that means that money is like tight in the meantime, or things are, you're needing to be a little more frugal, you see something more coming, something greater, and you're more focused on that. And to be honest, it feels like it's actually in your favor. You might be making this decision yourself to do this. I'd be curious to hear in the comment section down below if that's true for you, or how you're kind of reprioritizing your life, even if that means not having all the physical or material abundance in your life. You have this very strong foundation in you. You have this strong internal stability. I feel like some of you really are pursuing your passions toward the end of this month. And with this new moon eclipse, or full moon eclipse that's happening right at the end of the month, There could be some changes in your friend circles or your social networks. A lot of the time when you have things that are going on in your 11th house, it's almost like divine intervention. Of all the houses in astrology, 11 is the only master number when we're talking numerology and that sort of energy associated with numbers. And often the way that the universe supports you is through other people, kind of crossing your paths with other people. But with this full moon lunar eclipse, I feel like there's something that could be very fortuitous unfolding for you, and that seems like it really will be playing out more in the next 6 months rather than right at the end of November, to be honest with you. There could be a loss of friendships or social circles for you in that process, but it's just like those people aren't aligned for you. And with Neptune going direct towards the end of the month, Neptune can represent escapism, dreams, illusions. There could be a lot of people who are kind of falling back asleep towards the end of the month. And they could be sort of losing their sense of what is real or what is their truth. And I have noticed around Neptune direct, Neptune retrograde, those transits, or those stations, I should say, people who struggle with addictions or really any sort of unhealthy or outdated behavior, there's a tendency to either relapse or default onto those old ways of being. So it might be tempting to kind of do that for you, but honestly, Aquarius, I feel like this is more connected to the people around you. And with Neptune going direct in your 2nd house, this actually is talking about money. And I almost interpret this as like, you know what's important to you. Don't feel like you have to go through this status quo or go through this traditional way of earning money. Because to be honest with you, the economy is going to be in a really unstable state for the next couple of years, for the next few years, really. And you're going to be seeing a lot of people make changes to their job, make changes to the way that they're earning their money, or the way that they work. We've already seen that so much this year, right? With Uranus in Taurus. And I do feel like there is someone coming in to help you with this Fox energy. I know Fox can seem kind of like this sneaky or cunning animal, but they are also very loyal. A fox will mate for life, so to speak. And when I actually think of Fox, I also think of someone who's a very shrewd business person. There is this opportunity that you are kind of seeing. With Fox, it's like you're kind of looking out into the woods and you see this creature kind of notice you and then retreat. And it might feel like a missed opportunity, but it's actually the universe trying to get you to follow this direction. And it might not even be the exact opportunity you think it is, or how to phrase this better. It's like you might think the universe is guiding you towards one direction, but as you're moving in that direction, you find something different. And it's almost, it can be a little tricky in that way, but it's still in your favor. It's still something that you need to trust. And maybe it feels like in the past the universe has kind of deceived you in this way, or you're having a hard time trusting in these opportunities. And if there is this financial loss, it's almost like there's an opportunity in that for you to do something different. The universe is actually conspiring for you. It's this pronoia. And there's a lot of happiness, there's a lot of manifestation that's coming in. And I think you're actually supposed to follow this. And know that it might change form, what this thing you're pursuing is. It might not go in the exact direction that you want it to or that you expect it to, but it's still ultimately going to be in your favor. It's going to be better than what you're imagining for yourself even. So follow this calling, follow this fox through the woods, see where it leads you. And those are all the messages I have for you this month, Aquarius. I do hope that this was helpful. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below what you feel this calling is for you, what direction or mystery the universe is trying to lead you towards. I'll be very, very curious. And of course, all my links are down below. And if you'd like to check out one of the other videos for your moon, rising, or Venus sign, I do have the playlist available on my channel. There may be a message there for you as well. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, Aquarius.